This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Atlanta as the Hawks take it to the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan. Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. For the Pacers right now, they're focused on getting off to a good start to the road trip. And, of course, Kobe White. It's a big day for him playing with his new Pacer teammates for the first time.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and, man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level. And I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And, Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. On defense, Atlanta. Pass to Brown. Smith outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Collier. 5 on the clock. Out to Smith.
And Bane is a terrific defender. So good at getting perfect positioning to contest and alter shots.
The three. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Smith missing again.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
To the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide-open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
His first, team second.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Jackson. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, modern-day big men can hit threes and guard multiple positions. That's Jaren Jackson.
Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Here's Irving. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Got that one up quick. Smith's got 6 points.
And Smith loves pulling up from three. Never scared to fire when he's out beyond.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
Outside, Bane. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. The kick out to Irving. Barnes outside. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Bane. A second chance effort. Holland with the rebound. Indiana leading. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the drive and kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And here's Smith. After Dillon Brooks was able to get the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Count it, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Collier. Sinks the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Barnes the screen. Outside, Bain. The offensive rebound. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Brown. Pass to De Silva. Here's Brown. Here's Smith. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a...
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Boucher the screen. Out to the wing. Sarr. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Prosper. And here is Okongwu. Misses in close. And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Pacers making a switch here.
Pacers substitution.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to De Silva. Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got the lead up to 5 now for Indiana.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Outside Robinson. Here's Sarr. Okongwu grabs the board. Indiana leading by 5. Out to White. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Murray outside. The Hawks working the ball around. Alvarado connects from three-point range. Alvarado's got 5 points now in the quarter. Dinwiddie for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Dinwiddie's got the lead, back up to 5 now for Indiana.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
This is ball.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll, but it can also allow you to play more freely. When you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Harrison Barnes. 2 shots.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Barnes hits them both. Here's White. Drills it from outside. White's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, great ability and control by White to stop and pop.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Ball is up on top. Lots of room. And he nails the jumper. And it's a 6-point Pacer lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And so it's Indiana with it. There's the triple. It's deflected. Wallace outside. Here's White. A new 14 for Indiana. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to De Silva. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Barnes the screen. Irving attacking. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Barnes. Pass to Irving. That one goes in. Now just a 5-point Pacer lead.
And yet another circus shot from Kyrie. Not any of the shot-making ability of Irving.
Here's De Silva. Back to Dinwiddie. White wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Back to Abdul-Jabbar. 4 seconds left. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Abdul-Jabbar's got 12 in the game. Pass to Brown. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Irving. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Brooks with no one around. And that comes off the assist by Abdul-Jabbar.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Back to Smith. Here's the three. Traps in the tray. He's got 17.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
Outside Irving. Outside Payne. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number one option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. The Hawks working the ball around. It's stolen by Smith. Left side Jackson. Shoots the three. No good. The Hawks trailed by 3. Barnes the screen. And a wide open look for Payne. A three-pointer is right on target. And that's now 6 points for Desmond Bane. J.R. Smith on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Smith's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Pacers. Irving drives in. Brooks for 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Brooks has got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Pass to Barnes. Abdul-Jabbar with it. Guarded by Jackson. Releases. And Abdul-Jabbar gets it to go. Abdul-Jabbar's got 14 points for the game.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Collier. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Outside Irving. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far. Going inside. Here's Holland. .26 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Smith over Irving. Payne with the steal. Now here's Barnes. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Collier. Smith with it. J.R. Smith on the wing. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Hawks trailed by 4. Now, Alvarado. Outside Robinson. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Robinson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Hawks. And it's the Pacers' ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. A nice shot by Brown.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Alvarado with it. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Alvarado. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Alvarado. Now Sarr. Outside for Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. No one covered.
Robinson in the mix, coming right back.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Indiana. It's a 1-point game. In the corner, Smith with it. Jackson with the screen. Back to Smith. Off target from three-point range. They can retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
And it's Alvarado missing. Here's Indiana. Wallace outside. Smith outside. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
Thank you, David. The Hawks trailed by 3. And here is Irving. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem throws it down.
I like the selfless approach from Kyrie tonight, doing whatever he can to help his team.
Smith outside. Back to Wallace. At the elbow, Smith. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Hawks. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bain, no good. J.R. Smith on the wing. This one for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's been in these moments so many times. Smith, not one to shy away.
Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Pass to Barnes. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. From deep, Brooks. Second chance shot. The kick out to Irving. They grab their own miss. Now Bain. Back to Brooks. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Jackson.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Smith outside. There's a good screen. Back to Jackson. From deep. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. The Hawks trailed by 4. Irving surveying the floor. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Off on the layup. Smith on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. That shot no good. So it's the Hawks now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Basket counts. And the Pacers lead by 6.
Oh, the dish from Smith. Great basketball play by JR.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside, Payne. A 3-ball. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Clutch points from Bain. Never scared of the moment.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Outside, Bain. Outside, Irving. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ballgame.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ballgame. Irving from long range. So a close game sees Indiana take the